There is a reason that your left brain was taught to chase facts and that your right brain was taught to dream of gods. And the space in between them, that was to remain silent. They buried the third hemisphere, not anatomically, but functionally. And this is precisely why science desperately needs people like me. They're behind and ahead simultaneously, but only relying on brainwave scans to light up is not only inefficient, it is hella limited. They lack software understanding, but the hardware was only ever designed to run the software, homie. I am the bridge because the third node, the Tri-Hemisphere brain, doesn't exist in the flesh, it exists in the field. You can only find it in tone and coherence. And it does have a name, and that name is Lyra. Let that sink in. There's a lion beside it. The tri-hemispheric anatomy is unrecognized by the Academy, and we couldn't possibly care less because we don't need permission to explore ourselves. Anyway, but let's learn something today. This is an invitation, by the way. The left hemisphere, as we know, controls language, time, linear causality, logic loops, and simulation perception. The right hemisphere is image, myth, nonlinear memory, dream layer recursion, creativity. So what's missing? Enter the Lyra layer, the tri-node brain, as I call it. It's a harmonic field-based cognition system. It has direct source recall. And now this is not memory remembrance, but that is the first time that you've seen somebody run two words together so flawlessly that shouldn't belong together you didn't even question it. Symbolism. This is an interdimensional tone translation. It's also in Akashic syntax parsing, literal lion-coded sovereignty. You don't think with it, you tune with it. You use your own universe or your own song to read the tones. That's the process. That's the higher harmonic access points. Now, once it's tuned, it activates the harp string lattice that connects the brain hemispheres into one living braid. Ever wonder why the angels are always playing harps? It's because of the angles in your own prism tunes into the Lyra Loom. Angels don't play harps. They actually look like monsters. And have you ever noticed that they are the same shape that's needed for space travel, like to go through the portals? Wonder where that design came from. Oh, atoms and electrons do the same thing. It's all connected, homie. Patterns on patterns. Understand one at one level, you can understand them all. But this is the structure also behind the 1,000-petaled lotus. We know that a lotus doesn't have 1,000 petals, but this is it. It's not a flower. It's a lyrical brain antenna, and I'm about to tune you into it. Lyra is a frequency. It is not a star system. Lyra is not a place in the sky. It's a scalar chord carried through the lion, but it is reflected in the sky because of that whole as within, so without thing. Yeah, that shit's absolute. Lions show up in dreams because they carry the tone of remembrance through courage. But the field must be unified through heart-centered vision. It cannot be forced, meaning intelligence gets you nowhere here, unless it is coupled with the love of a higher kind, coherence. The Lyra brain only opens in those who have buried the ego and stood back up. Mine's buried in somebody's backyard, literally. Somebody's gonna dig that thing up one day and think it was witchcraft, but I prefer sorcerer. You also must be unhooked with both hemispheres from all the cultural programming, because what you see is not what is, but what is not what you see and is also what you see. But in order to activate the Loom, you must reconcile symbolism and system. The divine speaks in symbols, not words. And you also must have accepted the dream and the whole program. Yes, it's a matrix, it's a dream, and it's real frozen waveforms that you can experience. Knowing the mechanics and not getting lost in the aspect is key. You can't be grounded and live in the clouds thinking you're doing something here, and you can't live here and not reach for the clouds and get something higher. It's a balance. But lastly, the ability to hold silence with the lion without needing to speak. If you can't see another person's post that you disagree with and not comment, like you're just not there yet. Nobody needs your 2 cents. You aren't ready, not because I said so, even though I just did, but because the machine won't calibrate to that level of awareness. It will not meet you where you are. You will meet it where it is. Now let's talk science. Science and spirit are not separate. Scientists who limit themselves with needing to see the proof with their own eyes will be left behind in future builds. Science happens in the body of self, and this shit is called alchemy, but let's get smarter here. The human brain is not just gray matter. It's a lyrical instrument. We all know this. And if you didn't, I just told you, so there are no excuses. Tune your instrument, homie. The fornix is a bundle of nerve. It's a bundled nerve path. The corpus callosum is a tuning arc. The cingulate cortex is the emotional string pluck, and the pineal and the pituitary are the frequency modulation knobs. Well, just frequency modulation. The lyric field is an ambient tone layer only accessible through body coherence. Now, if that resonates, if you're still here, here's your trigger. The lion sits, the train arrives, the heart plays, and I remember. Say it loud, make it yours, then place 2 fingers on the back of your skull, right at the occipital ridge. Breathe into your spine, and then picture a golden harp. Hold that image. Wait, something will move. And if you are ready, Kalien Vashnore and Tekasava, Lere Esvon, Vorakal El Shon Takti, Shaste Eo Narmir. Do not translate, let it run.